how are you? My name's Milo, this is my stream where I play games on the internet and stuff. I've been on holiday for 4 weeks, so you haven't seen me, but now I'm back. And I'm playing a game produced by Game Arts, don't you know? And associated with Gynax, that's really interesting, and I'll get into that later. Music composed by Meccano Associates. I didn't really look up who they were, but apparently the music in this game is good. Yeah, so got some nice intro graphics here. This is an action platformer for the Mega Drive, released in 1992, I believe. Yes. And well, it's kind of an interesting hybrid of platformer and almost run and gun kind of thing, and you'll see what I mean. Just getting myself set up here. Hello, Gibbon. Yes, Gibbon's giving me the DK rap treatment. He's back again in about time too. Yeah. I guess you could say that this time I'm in the mood, but yeah, presumably that's every time, right? Yeah, there's a new feature in OBS where you can like drag panels around and move them off the... Yeah, it's a little confusing me right now. But yes, okay, cool. So, I'm in the mood. Are you in the mood for some games? Let's get started. Oh, my controller turned off. Okay, cool. So yes, Mega Drive. We got our A, our B, and a C keys. What are our options? Can we make it easier? We can't make it easier than the default. Oh, that's interesting. I can change this. Okay, so it's more natural for me for B to be jump, and actually, yeah, that's perfect. When I tried to remap my controls in the emulator, I had really weird issues where functions were doubled across different keys, so that was a big problem for me, but if I can adjust it in the game, that's perfect. Okay, let's get started. Oh good, there is a plot summary at the start. Once again, the Silver Star fell from the sky, unleashing evil and destruction for the second time. The one person who can save the world must seek out this object, because of course only one person could ever do it. It's not like the world is full of heroes with their own skills. Oh, that's it. That's really it. Okay, so the manual does get into it more. And I saw some places claiming that the Japanese plot was different to the international plot in versions of the game. But all the stuff from the Japanese plot exists within the international manual, or at least the US manual. Which is archived on SegaRetro.org, I think? I don't know, they're a great website. I use them all the time for looking up stuff about Sega games. So, yeah, just to get into it quickly, the real plot is that in the past times, there was an evil sorcerer called, what was it, Baldur, and Alisia's father, so our characters here, her father, was a sorcerer who imprisoned the bad guy in some sort of magic cocoon and then shot him into space, and now that cocoon has crashed back from space, and that's what the Silver Star is. Yeah, I guess that's all it really gets into. Oh, I'm a worm master. Great. So, as the son of a sorcerer, I guess I'm also a sorcerer, and so Alisia has these magical lightning powers, and also has some little buddies to help her out. This is one of the unique features of this game. I have the dragon companion with me, but I also can switch to other ones. So I have the fireball guy, and they all attack independently. I don't issue them commands or anything, I just say which one should be out right now, and then they will autonomously attack enemies, which is pretty cool. So it looks like the fireball makes itself smaller by attacking. And who else do we have? The bird. you can actually see all of these creatures surrounding Alisia on the Japanese box art, which I've put on the right side of the screen. The dragon's a lot more prominent on the international version of the box art. Yes, so what is this bird doing exactly? You gonna attack? Oh, that's right. Okay, so it charges up, and then when those orbs are fully charged, it will do a screen flash and kill everything on screen. So powerful, but really limited in timing, so kind of annoying. Oh, okay. I'll show you the fourth one after I've died. And yeah, this is looking to actually be pretty difficult. So I looked up some cheat codes. There are cheat codes for invincibility and stuff. I might start leaning on those if I have too many deaths. A long play of this can beat it in an hour, but I've already used up 6 minutes and I've made 0 progress. Haven't even shown you the fourth companion. Yeah, just a bit of fast forward here. Yep, cool. Alright, so who's our last little buddy? Oh, you can actually pick none, that's interesting. So they'll have their own health bars and experience. You can like get pickups to level up your companions. So yeah, who's this guy? The boomerang lizard, I think the manual calls him. Calls them. Just to clear up any confusion, I think I'll use feminine pronouns for all the creatures. Why not? So the boomerang lizard can fly and shoot boomerangs, which is pretty cool. That might be my favorite one, but let's find out what the dragon's attack pattern is like. So what does the dragon do? Fireballs, yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I will go with the boomerang lizard, and one of the reasons for that is that I noticed when just playing around with this game and having a look at it, that it kind of reminds me of El Viento, which is a game I streamed early last year during my year of heroines, and this game is kind of a leftover from that, that I'd always been meaning to get to for a long time, and I finally got around to it now. But yeah, in terms of the character sprite, the design that you can see on the game over screen, the way it plays, even the nature of the cheat codes that are available to you, it's all pretty reminiscent of Wolf Team's El Viento from 2 years previously. And as we know, Annette Maya's main attack in that game was throwing boomerangs, so I'm going to go with the boomerang lizard as my pet. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Gibbon is noticing a similarity as well. He's saying that El Viento and this are probably in the same genre along with the Super Star Wars games. And yeah, I would agree with that actually in terms of how it feels and plays. But he's struggling what to call it exactly. It's not exactly a platformer, even though there is platforming. Would you say that something like Ghouls and Ghosts would be in the same genre? It's not quite a run and gun, it's not quite an action platformer. It's something in between, I don't know. So we gotta be better about not taking damage this time. And we will also switch characters. Okay, cool. Now, the thunder power seems really powerful, but they do kind of overwhelm you with enemies a lot. There are intricacies to how it works here. If I don't attack for a while, you can see the bars started flashing. There's a little lightning bar next to my portrait up on the left there, and if that gets high enough, my lightning attack is better, and it sort of does the whole screen around like that. Okay, potions. That'll be health for me. I didn't see what the other thing was. But even when it's not completely powered up, oh yeah, and you can hold it down as well. I've been tapping it, but holding it is also valid, but you can then run out of energy and go down little zippy zaps. But yes, I like that it sort of homes in on the nearest enemy, which takes a bit of the precision out of it for you. But it's no less difficult for that, of course. Yeah, Ghouls and Ghosts is a good example. Run and jump. Well, run and jump, that's a platformer. Like, there's more to it than that because there's all of the attacking that I'm doing as well. So I don't know. So we've got a split here. Oh, this is solid wall. Ooh. Ooh, I got a secret thing. Hold on, I want to see what that was. So, a star. Ah, it has automatically leveled up my lizard to level 2. That's wonderful. I wonder if the different animals are better in different situations, and they probably are. But we're going to stick with Boomerang Lizard for now. We should probably give it a name, so we don't just call it by what it is. Oh, 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 I want the 1-up. And I will get it using my cheaty powers. Oops. Excellent. Yes, the little person. Yes, excellent. Yes, so there's no life counter, I guess. They work like continues. When you die, you'll restart from the start of the stage instead of having to do the whole game over again. Gibbon says Wikipedia has a genre called run and gun, and yeah, that would be a pretty good descriptor, I would say. Except, of course, in this case, there's no gun. It's fantasy themed, but in the sort of 90s anime fantasy that combined it with science fiction. We might get more of that as we go on, but yeah, there's a bit of space stuff happening. Oh, wow, okay. So, our first boss. Okay, who's this? Oh, this must be Ornar. He's the servant of Baldor. Haha, I was just a hologram or something. Take that. Our leader has returned to us. This kind of plot is not dissimilar to Viento as well. Summoning an old, powerful entity. Do you dare to challenge us? Travel to our palace if you think you can survive the journey. And clearly the pedestal that thing was on is pretty sci-fi, techy kind of thing. Huh, okay. So no boss fight, that was just a cutscene. Wow. I just love having a companion with me. I just like that feeling in games where you're on a quest with a buddy, you know, even if it's not a player, if it's an AI companion. It's part of why I like buddy duo platformers like Banjo-Kazooie and that kind of thing. Alright, so I've managed to upgrade my laser lightning magic with a pickup, and now it's red. Presumably it's doing more damage. Yeah, the 80s and 90s fantasy is just science. Anime feel, says Gibbon. And yeah, maybe that's got something to do with the Gynax involvement, although there were plenty of examples that didn't have Gynax's involvement that had a similar thing going on, so. But yeah, Gynax, it's pretty interesting that they got together with Game Arts to do this. Now, I've actually had some Game Arts stuff before. Just a few weeks ago, I guess, before I went on my trip, I played the game Faria, A World of Mystery and Danger, or whatever it was called. The RPG, like action RPG game where you're playing as a man who's been magically transformed into a woman, spoiler alert. And how that was an interesting theme to explore for Trans Visibility Day, or week, or whatever it was. Okay, I've taken some hits, but I'm alright. Okay, that was stage 1, great. Felt like 2 levels, or maybe 3. there's phases, I guess. Yeah, so Game Arts did Faria. Oh, I would have mentioned on that stream the other things they're known for. Oh, okay, you can stand in water, it doesn't just instantly kill you. That's friendly. The things that do kill you are the lily pads. That's kind of a twist. Like, you think they'd be safe to jump on, whereas the water hurts you, but it's the other way around. Anyway, what happened to my lizard? Did it die? Maybe it got turned off, I don't know. Aha, hidden. I got something. Cool. Yeah, so Game Arts are most well known for their RPG series, Grandia and Luna, which both had many installments, but the only thing in their softography that I had really heard of was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up, the Brawl clone with the Ninja Turtles, and also three different Rabid characters, because it was published by Ubisoft. Anyway, this thing is annihilating me. I guess I have to kill it to move on. Ouch. Okay. I'll continue. I'll use one of my very precious continues, because we're at the start of the stage. But I think we'll have to start using save states a bit more, possibly. Okay, so through a continue it does keep all your levels and your creatures' powers and such. That's good to know. Yes. Hold on a second. Game Arts, blah 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 blah. Yeah, so I guess this goes well with playing Faria recently. Anyway, what was I saying? So Gainax had been involved in video games up to this point, but mostly anime-style adventure games, visual novels, dating games, things like that. And they were sort of going for a different audience by teaming up with a console game developer and putting out an action game like this. So it was a little bit later, I think, that they also... Yeah, that's it. Just careful play, destroy the thing, and then... Ow! What? Ooh, there's a secret thing in the water. Okay. Well, I destroyed that thing, now what? Ooh, fairies! What did they do? I should probably read the manual, but hold on a second. I've got it in here somewhere. I did dump it in the trash. Okay. What do the fairies do? Tell me, Mr. Manual. Ooh, suggestions for staying alive. That'll help. Pay attention to the HP gauge of the active monster. Yep, it's fine. So the revive, yeah, okay, I get it. If they die, you have to get a revive, but you can swap them out. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Revenge. Platform. Two fairies work together to help Alisia reach levels she couldn't get to by herself. So that's exactly what I need right now. I need to get up to that area up there. And the fairies... Ah, okay. There they are. Well, that's cute. Great, a continue and a meat. I'm guessing the meat restores health for my monster. It's so hard to avoid those shots sometimes. Did I even keep my lightning power up past the continue? That's really nice. Very friendly game, really, considering the difficulty. Alright, why don't I just bone up on all these power-ups? So the little lightning bolt thing is for thunder, blah blah blah, HP up. Ooh, I need HP ups if I can get them. I love the pictures from these old manuals that are just black and white photos, very low resolution. Okay, so the star thing will level up my monster and give it an extra health. So it looks like it's at max level, but it's now got 5 healths. Not bad. I could do with one of those myself, to be honest. Anyway, boo boo boo. Gynax and stuff, but let me just catch up on chat here. Given saying on the vein of 80s and 90s fantasy anime, he's talking about the corpse Ganondorf thing that was in the Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, and what it reminded him of was Ryoko from Series 1 of Tenchi Muyo. Now, those words mean nothing to me, but hopefully someone will understand what that means. Cool. This music is pretty rad, to be honest. Whoa, dude. Okay. So I think this might be a good time to talk about Gynax's involvement, because in terms of the collaboration between Game Arts and Gynax, Game Arts did the programming, the production of the game. Gynax did the scenario and also the artwork and the visual design. So they came up with the character designs and such, and some of the grotesque creatures might seem oh, nuts. Yeah, they might seem familiar if you're into the anime of Gynax, which includes, I guess their most famous thing is Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion, the well-known, I don't know if it really started the modern, like, mecha anime thing, but anyway. Some of the angel designs, I think, might be as surreal and reminiscent of things you might see in this game, perhaps. Oh boy. Where's my load? A bit of a way back. What else can I do? Because a continue would start me from where exactly? The start of the stage. Okay, so I might as well load. I'll be here. I gotta wonder if I should be searching harder for pickups, you know. Maybe a health up somewhere. Because, yeah, enemies can be pretty brutal. There is an invincibility cheat, actually, that will mean that I will never die, but there is a downside to that. Aha! Wonderful. It is now golden lightning. That was a good thing to find. I knew that one of these platforms would do that for me, but I think it seems like not all of them can actually be traversed like that, so... It was a hidden thing for me to find, and I did. Yes, alright. More save states. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Given is clarifying about Tenchi Muyo. Ooh, yes! The HP up, just what I wanted. Great. And something else too that I didn't quite catch. So the character Ryoko starts as an emaciated corpse as she's been sealed away for 700 years, and then gets let out and back to looking like herself. That reminds me of King Piccolo from Dragon Ball, who looks very old and tired when he gets revived before wishing his youth back. Okay, avoid that. It looks like the lightning is homing in on the mouth when it opens, so that must be the target. Oh, I can't walk that way. Okay, good to know. How does King Piccolo come back? That's right, he's inside the pot or whatever. Or was it a rice cooker initially? I don't remember. But yeah, the Mafu bar from previous generations. Let's see if I'm away. And Pilaf let him out, and then he wished for a youth back from the Dragon Balls. And then he killed Shenron, which is not something that anyone's ever done before or since in Dragon Ball. There's a bit of focus on Kami and Piccolo and how their deaths might remove the Dragon Ball's potency and such, but actually targeting the dragon itself is never really something that happens again. Yeah. That's right. It's a great pun. King Piccolo is trapped inside a rice cooker, which is called a Denki Gama, and then the name for the technique that Goku learns from Kaio is the Genki Dama, which is, I guess it's a pun. All right. Well, one of the techniques. Well, that was fun, and we just found an airship, so that's rad. What is that? This airship looks alive. That might just be the design. I guess this is a good time to bring up something I read, another thing on the Wikipedia article. So you know, it's not groundbreaking, but this is the thing. Like, if I just get all my information from Wikipedia, does that mean that it's kind of worthless to even mention it? No, because whoever's watching might not have read the Wikipedia article on this. So I guess it still has some value. But anyway, something they mentioned was that some of the Gainax people who presumably had helped with this game. You know what? I'm gonna just go back to the start. I missed something. I didn't pick. Maybe we'll level up someone else, shall we? Let's get the dragon out here. She is the star of the international box art, so give her a bit of time to shine. Yeah, so some of the Gainax animators originally started working with Miyazaki on Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, which is one of my favorite movies, and especially comics as well. The manga version is greatly expanded from the movie for the simple reason that they made the movie while Miyazaki was halfway through writing the manga. But anyway, the Wikipedia article, how it words it is that it is evident that there were influences from one to the other, obviously, from Nausicaa to this. The dragon is getting beaten up. Let's swap around a bit more. Aha, I knew there'd be a secret over here. Two. Oh, it's just health. But there's more. Some things. So that little... What does that do? Oh, that's the revive. Okay, so if any of my guys had died, that little creature icon would have revived them. Yeah, so I might put a citation needed on that Wikipedia claim, just verbally, I mean, in that it is evident that there are influences, but if there are, I'm interested to see them. Give me that. Give me that. I can't reach it. So this isn't just an airship. It actually has a mouth with teeth. That's kind of strange. Why can't I get them? Ah. Well, I gotta do that. I can't just miss a power-up like that. Alright, beef up my fireball. Yes. Ow. And of course, as you will remember, another El Viento connection then, because in the sequel to El Viento, Ernest Evans, there is at least one area that's heavily inspired by visuals and environments seen in Nausicaa. That being the underground, like under the forest thing where all the sand is falling from the ceiling. That's a level basically rips off that concept in Ernest Evans. For no reason. It doesn't really match the setting, but it looks cool. Alright, platforming. Whoa! I've leveled up my lightning again, and now it is silver. I feel powerful. Yes, this is good. All I need is some more health ups. Ow, what hurt me? Ow, what? Oh, okay, there are hurt points in the wall, I guess. hitboxes and hurt boxes. And it's really hard to understand what exactly is happening here. Something is popping out from behind scenery and shooting at me like a Lakitu in Yoshi's Island. Dang it. There are growths on this giant organic battleship. Okay, so any of those purple, red and blue blobby things is an enemy. And I need to destroy it. It's kind of hard to comprehend, but okay. And I don't know how useful this fireball is being, so I'm going to switch back to Miss Boomerang Bird here. Help me out, buddy. I think upgrading the lightning increases the number of targets it can hit as well, which is nice. Ouch. And it's creating these orbs. Okay. So that's certain protuberances doing that. Okay, it's spitting them out. Okay, and I killed the Lakitus as well. Okay. Oh! Okay, I can do this. Must be close. Oh, okay. So avoid that. Okay, we got that one? No, not quite. Cool. Just gotta be careful. That's the thing. It's one of these boss fights where you get overwhelmed at the start, but you can take out bit by bit the bits that are doing damage to you, and therefore it actually gets easier over the course of it. Okay, am I done? I can't walk to the left or right any further. Oh, there's something hiding over there. Sneaky little bugger. Yeah, take that. Cool. That was an interesting little set piece. What happened? Okay, cool. Stage 3 cleared already. Great. Yes, now, so Gynax and the Nausicaa connection is interesting to me. Another reason why I would be keen to check out this game, although I didn't know it until this morning. But yeah, also interested me in it being another Wolf Team connection, quote unquote. Really just that they're both influenced by the same thing. Yeah, that's got to be a secret over here. Yeah, baby. Oh, it's useless getting a pickup. I haven't even got Buddy selected. I really don't like the bird. I want more active damage rather than something that charges and then hits randomly, or sort of in a way that's, you know, can't exactly be predicted. Well, it can, but you know what I mean, surely. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to try out the dragon for a bit. Level it up. Wow, already 3, great. Presumably, if one of the monsters dies, it comes back at level 1. Health up, wonderful. That is just what I needed. Now I just need to survive, maybe get some healths back. And so my dragon is now shooting much more effective fireballs, but considering enemies are coming from all around, I still feel like the boomerang lizard might be more effective with its attacks that can sort of go in any direction. The dragon was a bit limited, it shoots forwards, if you see what I mean. Ah. The little mole was hidden by the power-up. Very tricky. Yeah, so this sort of collaboration that Gynax did, apparently it's not really something they did very often, because this is one of the only instances of them doing it. Although I was able to find another one thanks to looking through... Whoop. Oh. Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. Another grotesque kind of boss in this case. It's wearing half its skeleton on the outside. It's kind of pterodactyl. That's interesting. Anyway, it looks like again it's vulnerable when it opens its mouth, so that's just another little indicator there. Common to the boss fights. Oh, right, okay. Cluster bombs, of course. Yes. Took its head clean off. Haha. Yeah, so there is another collaboration that Gainax had done with a game company, and it's called... Hang on, I wrote this down. It's called Zardion with an X, and that was a 92 game for the SNES, so same year actually as this, but they collaborated with... Hang on a second. Just to double check. Secrets? Or just... Oh, this is the same way I went before. Okay, so there's a few ways you can go in this level, it looks like. Oh. I can't go back that way. Okay, never mind then. Anyway, yeah, Zardion, it's pretty interesting. In a similar way, they also did the arts direction, the art style, and the scenario for that game. But they were working with Jorudan, or Jordan, or however you want to say it, instead of game arts. But it's an interesting game about a trio of giant robots and in different sort of configurations who are from different planets, but they team up to take on some bad guy, and they have to revive an ancient other robot. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting. Why does it always unequip my monster? Of course I want a monster. And in fact, it had some of the same people working on it. So Gainax is mentioned in the credits of that game. Progression usually goes to the right, but if I go to the left, there might be a secret. This is what I'm thinking. Wonderful. I'll level up. Don't even need it. Unless I wanted to level up Bird Face. I guess, hang on a second. Maybe if I upgrade Bird Face, it will attack faster. I guess it's worth a try. My lightning attack is better now. I can afford to not have my monster attacking all the time, I guess. It certainly looks impressive. And now it's green. But anyway, yeah, Gainax is mentioned in the credits of Zardion, but I noticed that a few of the employees in particular had worked on both, so it had the same scenario writer. Scenario writer for this game, Yoshimi Kanda, did original concept design on Zardion, at least that's what the credit says. And Hajime Sato, who is responsible for the monster designs that we've been noticing throughout this game, this sort of strange and grotesque creatures, similarly did the same job on Zardion, and I think it's even noticeable if you look at the kinds of monsters you get in that game, the enemies, that you will notice the style. It really stands out. Alright, don't get too close to the rocks. We have range, they don't have range until they explode. That is just so cool. The chain lining thing, I love that. Don't have to be too precise. It can hit anything on the screen basically. Hit multiple things. It really makes me feel powerful and I like it. Surely I can avoid one shot. Oh, my bird took it instead, poor thing. Have some meat, bird. There you go. Gibbons mentioning a noise. Sorry, what noise exactly are you talking about? There are a few noises in this game that are a bit noticeable. I like these guys. Little mole men. Hans Moleman. Ooh, another one. Now my lightning is blue. Ah, fairy power up. Oh, I wonder where they would go. Because they don't give you a platform right then and there. That was welcome. My bird's hurting a bit, but it can survive a little bit longer. Of course, I noticed something back here. If I go the right way, I can get another hidden pickup. Or is it too late? Yeah, I can't backtrack. Unless the fairies want to help me. Nope. Yeah, I guess I missed something. That's alright. I think I'm still powerful enough. I've got maybe one more slot for another health upgrade. But apart from that, I don't know how high the lightning will go. But since all the stalactites have gone, don't have to worry about this backtracking. Oh, the noise that the skeleton bird was making, the boss. Yeah. Let me know if you want me to turn down the game audio at any point. And it's that simple, people. How? What? Those enemies threw their own little boomerangs. Okay, the music is trying to tell me something. No, it's just changed. Oh. I gotta tell you, I'm digging this game. I'm enjoying it. Okay, I was letting my lightning charge all the way up. The bird took care of it for me. Thank you, bird. Left or right? Well, that wasn't much of a fork. What are we gonna get here? Health. No, this steam geyser does not die, in case you were wondering. Oh! No, my bird! Cheating! Let's not let our bird die. I became attached to it in that time that I was hauling it around. Not quite. Oh yeah, that does hurt me a little bit. Go! I can't quite make them, but I can at least hit these things, right? Yeah. Ah! Whoa. Scary. That guy's tough. Ah. Multiple steam vents on different cycles. Oop. Didn't even need it. So yeah, I haven't actually seen Neon Genesis Evangelion, even though that's their most famous work, Gainax. So I don't really know what I'm talking about if I ever talk about it. But I have seen Gurren Lagann. Which was kind of a more recent take on the giant mecha show that they'd arguably pioneered, or at least, you know, innovated in with Evangelion. Ooh, what? That was a weird collision thing. But having said that, I did actually see, because of course on my recent holiday I was in Japan, I was in Kyoto for 5 days, and while there we took a day trip to Osaka to visit Universal Studios Osaka. And they were running a big cross promotion over the park with various anime series. Okay, we've just got a straight up robot here now. Talk about your meshing of fantasy and sci-fi. Shoot the brain in the back. Well, a bunch of wires or whatever. Oh, hang on. I just noticed that the boss theme is really cool. Anyway, yeah, they had a bunch of stuff going on. There was an Attack on Titan, Lupin the Third, Detective Conan, Sailor Moon, and Evangelion vs. Godzilla, and in particular the Shin Godzilla iteration of the character. And this came with a bunch of merchandise, attractions, and a couple of other things. And in particular, the Evangelion vs. Godzilla thing was a 4D movie thing, which replaced the previous Shrek based 4D movie that had been there before. Okay. I've taken a lot of damage here. Death and pain. Yeah, using the same technology where the seats can move, they spray water in your face, which they use at various times in the video, but there's also 3D glasses. I guess I'll go back this far. Not take that hit. Get this health. And maybe that's the best I can hope for this boss fight. Okay. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. In the context of the attraction, you were a passenger in like a little observation boat that's being held by a gyrocopter. I don't know, it was strange. I wasn't really sure of the purpose for it. Maybe it was part of an evacuation, or maybe we were observing the EVA units in action, I don't know. But it was like, yeah, the setting of Evangelion, they set that up for you before you get into the theater, and then they're like, oh, something's happening in the city, send the robots to check it out. And it's Godzilla, ah! And then your plane crashes and like you go bouncing around all over the place. Shinji comes along in EVA 1 and picks you up, and you get jolted around and stuff. And then, oh, it's Godzilla, is attacking the city, blah blah blah. So the EVA units all try to fight Godzilla to absolutely no avail. They're all punching it and shooting it, and it's taking absolutely zero like damage from that, and it just does not care. And then it shoots a fire breath into the sky, and a portal opens up, and King Ghidorah flies out. Spoiler alert, by the way. You might never see this. Maybe it'll be on YouTube one day, but you know, illicitly. And then yeah, then the EVA units team up with Godzilla to fight Ghidorah, and it's all like classic Godzilla stuff, which, you know, it's interesting in that it's a little out of place for both of those franchises, really. Shin Godzilla was not about Godzilla being a protector of Earth who is here to fight something else. And it didn't have any of the kind of philosophical themes or anything about Evangelion that I've heard about. It was a pretty straight kind of action romp, which I guess is fine for a theme park attraction. But I believe the connection there is the creator, what's his name, Ano? Drew was telling me about it in the Discord earlier. The guy who is, you know, the guy behind Evangelion also did Shin Godzilla, and that's why those particular things were involved there, I guess. But yeah, it does make sense for that to be a theme park attraction. Anyway, let's talk about what we're doing here exactly, because we're now in like either a crashed ship or a sci-fi bunker that's all tilted. So this is really interesting. I don't remember doing this too often, where everything is just tilted at an angle and all your platforming rules are a bit off, because when we now have everything at 45 degrees instead of right angles. Okay, it is still right angles. Let me just correct myself right there. But yeah, we're not walking from left to right. We're walking diagonally. And we're gonna bust our way through to the next section now, I guess. What's wrong? Can I jump up here? It seems a bit high. Hello? But yeah, the fantasy sci-fi blending is in full swing here. Okay, I can get back up here and find another way through. And yeah, I dig it. I dig this. Ah, okay. Ow. Ow. Yeah, so these robot guys are dangerous because they will explode after you kill them. And that does extra damage. Oh! What was that? Okay, my boomerang lizard is being a little too hasty here. There are bombs scattered around that shoot fireballs out. And that guy is going straight for them. Ah! Ooh, that's invincibility, right? Right? Didn't I read that in the manual? I feel invincible and nothing to use it on. Wait, I'm back at the same place, aren't I? Don't tell me my invincibility is running out. Also, there was nothing in here. I knew that already. Ah, okay, that hole. Ugh. It can be hard to pick these out from the wreckage. Hold on a second. Okay, Given says there is a preview of Eva vs Godzilla that basically has clips of everything I just mentioned, Ghidorah included. That's fine. Yeah, they did spoil the presence of Ghidorah in the sort of park map booklet thing that they give you. It's got an outline of all these promotions they're running and the attractions associated with them, and also special merchandise, so they are clear up front that there is a Ghidorah statue figurine that you can buy in the gift shop. So it's not really a secret, even though it's kind of a twist in the context of the show itself, I guess. Oh yeah, the health is getting low again. But he's... So as Gibbon says, classic Godzilla sequel, throws out all the philosophy and just has a good old monster throwdown. So it's fitting in that tradition. And he's also asking, is the Eva version of Mechagodzilla in it? And I'm not sure what exactly you mean by that, so I'm going to say no, because the only characters in it are the 3 Eva pilots, some other people on the radio who are involved with Nerve, I suspect, and Godzilla and Ghidorah, that's it. When you say the Eva version of Mechagodzilla, what I think of is the other kind of promotional item that they had thanks to this crossover, which was, I'm gonna have to explain popcorn buckets. So I don't know how much of a thing it is in theme parks in other parts of the world, but definitely for the Tokyo Disney parks and for Universal Studios Japan, there are popcorn stands everywhere, and buying special popcorn buckets with characters on them and such is a big thing. Like, they have different promotional buckets that get cycled out, and there's different ones in different areas of the park, and you pick your favorite one and you go find it, and then you eat your popcorn, and then you carry it around with you and then get it refilled. But anyway, as part of this, they had, you know, the promotional popcorn buckets. The Lupin one they had was actually really amazing. It was Lupin and Jigen hanging out the back of their car, and you open the bonnet of the car and then put the popcorn in there. So the way they modeled it actually is kind of impractical for a popcorn bucket, but it's a really nice figurine actually. I didn't get one because I didn't have any room in my suitcase to bring that back. But yeah, they had a really nice looking EVA Unit 1 head popcorn bucket, which has, of course, the big fins sticking out the sides. So again, it's a little impractical. But the other one they had specifically for this crossover thing was a Godzilla head, although it looks more like the classic Godzilla style, but in the colors and sort of roboticized to look like the EVA Unit 1. So it's green and purple and kind of robotish. So if that's what you mean by an EVA version of Mechagodzilla, that wasn't in the movie. It was purely a promotional popcorn-based appearance. But that might be what you're talking about there. Hold on a second. Gibbons linked me something. Oh wow, that's really rad, but no, they didn't have anything like that. This is, yeah, a robot that looks Godzilla-esque, I would say. Whereas the popcorn bucket that I'm talking about is more like a Godzilla head that's been roboticized. You know what? I'm not enough of an expert in Godzilla to really talk about it, but why don't you sort of Google that popcorn bucket thing and you'll see what I'm talking about. But no, that thing was not in in the movie. As part of initial crossover media, Anno designed an Eva version of Mechagodzilla, which they made a statuette of. So that's what that is. But no, they didn't have that as merchandise or appearing in the attraction or anything. They, as far as merchandise goes, they, I don't know what they had. They had key rings and stuff, but the main thing was the Ghidorah statue, but also a Shin Godzilla statue, just the way he looked in his own movie, so that's all it was. Okay, so here is floating bad guy inside the facility, who has telekinetic gun powers. That's my favorite X-Man. The one with the telekinetic guns. And we can destroy individual guns, I see, and then he brings more in, I guess. Yeah. This is really nice. I like the ideas here going on. Again, and the game is fun to play and it's not too hard, which is what I was afraid of. I didn't have to use my invincibility cheats or anything. I'm just save stating a lot, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But I haven't really mentioned in detail yet, but one of my most favorite things about my initial impression of the game was looking up the cover art to put on the sides of the screen there. The international one is a bit generic and boring, but the Japanese one has a really lovely style that I really dig, and I urge you to look up the full version of it. It's on, let's see, it is on the HD 101 review article about this game, which makes that Wolf Team connection, although I thought of that before reading it, promise. Yeah, so you can find it there. It's also on Sega Retro, of course, and I think Moby Games might not have it actually, but it's definitely on Sega Retro and nice high quality. And I just really like the way the artist has done it. I'm not sure that the cover artist there was credited in the game's credits, but I'm very impressed with their work there. And you can see all 4 of the animal companions around her in that picture, in the full version. So, yeah. I really like the style of it. Oh, okay, cool. Stage transitions. Fun. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 or whatever. Okay, are we going to space? No, not quite. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Oh, moody. I love this. Oh. Of course, the big floating island trope. Good stuff. It's Doom Island. It's basically Doom Island from Lufia 2. Or 1, even. Or 1. Okay, Gibbons confirming the popcorn bucket. The mold of it is basically classic Mechagodzilla. Painted in Eva colors, so yeah. Thanks for clearing that up. That's the promotional popcorn bucket. Yeah, I wasn't super into the flavor of that popcorn either. It was consomme and black pepper. That's the other thing about the different popcorn stand locations, is they'll have different flavors. I think a lot of them were too sweet, so I didn't get that much popcorn at US Trainer actually. But I tried from, I think, one of the Minions stands. They had custard pudding flavored popcorn, which kind of sounds a bit gross, but luckily the flavor was a bit more subtle than I expected. Disneyland has a good range of popcorn flavors. I don't think Universal had quite the variety that Disney does, but that's okay. Okay, yes. I knew that'd be something worth getting in this corner. Nope, it wasn't worth getting. Never mind. Ouch. Hey, quit it. You know I could just wait here and let Boomerang Bird deal with this. Boom. Ouch. I should have let her deal with it. I'm going to switch back to Birdie Bird, because that will also be helpful for that kind of situation, but I want to get everyone up to level 3. Have the whole family together at that power level. Ow. Okay. You know what, I didn't give enough credit to this, but they do actually have a UI element telling you how far the bird is charged up, because there's a little bar next to its name. Not its name, but its, you know, picture up in the corner. And when that bar fills up is when it's ready to go. And then when there's an enemy on the screen, it will unleash it. Taking too much damage. If I could get one more health up, that would be lovely. I sense that we're nearing the end of the game. Oh no, birdie! Ah! Alright, that's bird up to level 3, great. Does that improve the charge time is my main question. Okay, so it's just used it. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Nice. Okay. Well, I've leveled up my lightning again. Still no health up, but that'll help, at least. Ow! Wait, I can't even get up there. Ah. Yeah, what do you think I've been trying to do, buddy? Are there more fairies somewhere to find? There must be. Backtracking time? Oh, here we go. Why didn't you do that before? I guess I had to shock it to make that happen? Oh, my health is real low. Oh no, this is gonna be really rough. Okay, now there's multiples of this guy. I'm gonna call him Shaft because he just reminds me of that guy from Symphony of the Night. Oh, you know what? That's probably Ornar, probably. Yeah, that's Ornar. So is that other guy Baldur? You know what? As part of that HG101 article, I read that the fireball acts sort of like a shield, so that might be a good way to keep me alive here. Because the creatures can take shots that are meant for you sometimes. And my health is critical. Ah, you nutball. Hey. Yeah, Fireball doesn't really seem to be attacking too much. But I can avoid all of these. Is that the main purpose of the Fireball? Because it seems to be recovering health, or... No, it gets smaller and then... not sure. So if I get to here and then go back, yes. I think these things are just going to regenerate, so... No permanent damage. I think the purpose is to let that guy spawn and then do damage to him. And then he's just going to make more copies of Ornar. Yeah, if I just use Rewind to get past those shots, I'll try switching to... The dragon is probably going to be helpful in this one, actually. Ah! Of course, he does pop in while you are. Dragon? What am I paying you for? Nope. I was so careless with my health before. Yes, well. So I hear the new Godzilla is good. I haven't got to see it yet, but I do intend to soon. I recall you liked it a lot, Gibbon. Of course, this is the new Western Godzilla. I still say my favorite is Shin Godzilla, which is from the Japanese side of the franchise, of course. But Legendary's more recent Godzilla was a worthy attempt for the franchise, at least more so than the 1998 one. You know what, Dragon? You're not doing that much good. Let's try the bird. Oh wait, the bird's nearly dead. Old friend Boomerang Lizard, you can come back. But yeah, while I was in Japan, I saw a lot of promotion for the new Legendary Godzilla, King of the Monsters, whatever. The follow-up to the 2014 one. Because of course Godzilla is huge there. And even though it is a Western-produced sequel, they're going to be totally into it. Or at least they're going to promote it. Because it's in their best interests. Yep. Okay, good fundamentals. Just keep going like this. Avoid the shots. Do some damage. We'll be all good. Pow, pow, pow. Okay. See, I'm too busy running away half the time to get a good shot in on this guy. That's tricky. Okay. Yeah, the only thing I really know about the new King of the Monsters movie is what I've seen from memes online, mostly retweeted by you, Gibbon, I think. Yes, memes about Godzilla and Mothra. Not just memes, but like fan art and stuff, you know, which is communicating a meme in that it is created with a similar idea to other art that I've seen. Does that make sense? Whatever. I'm not a memeologist. Okay, charge it up, charge it up, charge it up. Bam! Yeah! Oh, that felt good. I charged it up and then killed him with it. Wonderful stuff. And now me and Bird Boy are both nearly dead. Sorry, Bird Girl. Lizard Girl. What am I talking about? It's Boomerang Lizard, my old friend that I never gave a name to. Ah! Health me. Okay, some health. Ah! How would the... Okay, time to switch over. Dragon time. Avoid every damage. Get all the health. That is my goal. Animals can take damage because they're a renewable resource. Good. Ooh. So yeah, what do you think of King of the Monsters, Given? Hey, don't you do that to me. Ah! Yes. Take that, sir. I do not appreciate it. Oh, oh no! There's more! They're back. Run away! Okay. Okay, I can't make that jump. Moving on. Wow, given so they saw it 3 times. Impressive. Oh, could somebody else have used that meat? Poor bird and lizard. Oh well, that's fine. I'll stick with dragon for now, and I've got fire on backup. Oh, they all have names, by the way. They have names. Oh, why was I trying to name them? Here we go. Dragon Fry, Ball of Fire, Thunder Raven, and Boomerang Lizard. Okay, you know what? Those aren't names. Those are stupid. Maybe Dragon Fry. Maybe. The other ones are just describing what they do or are. That's terrible. Ow. So I'm gonna call the Boomerang Lizard Godzilla. No, that's dumb. Yes, health. Give it to me. Secrets! I'm so good at this game, man. I'm so good. Okay, I found the secrets. So that's where that comes out. Okay, so what was that one thing? So I found this. It's a level up. Also a level up. That is so unnecessary. But you know what? The level ups do actually restore health to my friends. So I'll do this. And then I can just jump back up. Easy peasy. Easy peasy pudding pop. Yeah, cool stuff. Yes, I recall from the discussion that I witnessed online that critics had a problem with King of the Monsters having too much monster fighting. Whereas I would say that the problem with 2014's Godzilla movie was there was not enough monster fighting. So I welcome this change. Give me the thing, give me the thing. Oh, to revive. Don't need the thing, don't need the thing. What is going on with these platforms? Okay, you can't jump on the pillars. And once they start spinning, they kick you off. Very rude. So this is all elevated platforming here. No pillars. Ow. Ow! Tricky, tricky. Alright, I have to save my health. And crouch strategically. I don't get it. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do here exactly? It just goes back and forth. Maybe if I go back here. Yes. What? What do you want from me, game? Maybe if I jump this way. Aha! I see. Okay, do that and then... Aha ha 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 ha. Oh. Okay. Yes, critics are dumb. It's true. As I said, my friend recently watched Dark Phoenix, and I said to her, well, she said to me, I forget what, anyway, somebody said that that movie got bad reviews, and yet it was still a fun movie that was enjoyable by the person who watched it, being my friend, and we agreed that critics are dumb and hate fun. So we reached the palace in the sky. Unfortunately, you have arrived too late. Oh, okay, so this ball thing is the cocoon that was in space, and it crashed down to Earth, and then this guy came to find it in the first stage and took it away and brought it to the Sky Palace to open it up, incubate it in this fire cauldron. Your life will make an excellent sacrifice to our leader. When he wakes. Okay, so that wasn't Baldur previously. He hasn't come out of the cocoon yet. I should have really known that, but that's okay. Still missing a health upgrade. I think I might have missed it, but that's alright. Yeah, so he hasn't come out yet. I don't know who the last boss was then. Yeah, you got me with that before. But now I'm too smart. Oops, no I'm not. I see. Interesting attack pattern. Ow. I'm learning. Promise. Oh, he still hit me. Oh, that one is really hard to avoid, actually. Nah. Boomy! I named my bird lizard thing. Yeah. Oh, okay. Phase 1? Yeah, phase 1. Oh boy. Also, you know what? It's too late to enter the cheat codes, so if I have a lot of trouble in this boss, the best I can do is start over, enter invincibility, and then skip to the start of this level. I would be able to max out my lightning too, so that's okay. How do I dodge this thing? Alright, so it comes at me. It really does come at me. What if I hit it with lightning? Okay, that stops it. But then I still have to avoid the secondary attack thing. What? What if I... No? Sacrificing the animal friend does not stop the dragon. The fire dragon. Alright, load state. Back to the start. Take a breath. Let me see if there's any notes that I missed. One little element that I did not mention was that part of the plot, when Alisia's father imprisoned Baldur, his followers tortured him to death. Whatever that means. Alright. So, this isn't even Baldur. This cannot be the final boss, because we haven't even met the big guy. Alright. So, someone... The bird. The bird's never going to miss. It'll do some good damage. I'll just do a little rewind if I ever get hit. And when the dragon, fire dragon comes out, we'll figure out how to deal with it. And then I will be set for all future playthroughs. Was it doing 3 hit shots of that? Okay. I've got powers. I can make the dragon go back. Alright, so how do we stop the dragon? Alright. Hitting it with enough lightning, or avoiding it long enough, we'll get it into that phase where it shoots out like that. But from that point, it's actually really hard to avoid. And I don't even need to duck that. I'm just doing it to look cool. Alright. What if I do this and then jump over it and then... Getting it on the rebound is the tricky part. So wait long enough and then... Yes, and then... Ah, it's so quick though. Is one health bar... Is the loss of one health bar an okay loss? That's what I'm asking myself. I'm gonna go on with it. Alisia, I wish she was just a little bit more nimble, you know what I mean? Oh, how did that hit me? That's ridiculous. Okay. Just gotta avoid these dragons a bit better. I wonder if the fireman will help me. Fry guy. What if you get hit by your own dragon, buddy? That was so close. Can I avoid a hit here? I did! Oh, great, 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 great. Only 1.5 health bars. I think I'll save there. That's good. Boy. Tough stuff. Okay, so this phase has a lot of that. Let's try Boomy the lizard. Okay, so if I get to this point and then crouch, yes, perfect. Oh, you're still doing this attack? Hahaha! No save states. I just avoided that whole thing. I feel good. Oh, but there's another one, of course. How did I get it to, like, do the split up attack straight away that one time? Yeah, it was like that, right? You use the golden power shot, and if you have it, and it straight away goes into that attack. And then it's just about avoiding. That's too close to me at that point. I gotta avoid one of the passes. Oh boy. And then do this, and then get far enough away. Okay, so if I jump, and then do that, and then... Oh, okay. Goodness gracious. Whew. Who said mid-phase save states? I did! Don't do this again, please. Oh, yes, okay, cool. Phase 2 down. Take that. Maybe your death will be a sacrifice or something, blah blah blah. Whew. Oh, gnarly. Dude, look at that guy. Oh my goodness. That is proper Final Fantasy final boss territory. Yikes. Okay, yep, so... Animal Buddy... Well, everyone's hurt except Dragon Buddy. Come on out, Dragon Buddy. Okay. Yep, this guy is making an interesting sound as well. Oh, that thing is grotesque. It's got another head growing out of its head, and a mouth in its arm. Its feet are fused together, but its wings are pristine. Good old, you know, angelic imagery. That's proper Gynax. Yeah, this thing's intense. Luckily, I can deal with a lot of its attacks with my lightning. Not that one. Alright. Okay, I have an idea of its attacks now. Oh, and parts of it are destructible, so I actually destroyed those two little pink spine shooters by hitting them. Yeah, there you go. So what else can we destroy? Probably stop it spitting out those things. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit a lot of times. It's kind of dumb. Should charge off a bit. Bam! I don't know, that probably does more damage, but doesn't seem the best for this boss. I feel like my targeted lightning is more efficacious. Oh, okay, I destroyed the top face. Now what are we going for? This is actually, speaking of, you know, Final Fantasy bosses, it's like the final Kefka phase where there's multiple targets that you need to hit along the way. And they're all just part of this sort of amorphous, massive flesh. Okay, I think I destroyed the right leg. Luckily, a lot of its attack patterns are not that hard to dodge. And my dragon is taking some hits for me. Thanks, dragon. What should we go for next? Oops. Okay, there's another arm down, revealing some pulsating mass of flesh. Beautiful. This guy's a real looker. I think he's waifu of the year. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh. You know, for a final boss, the underling was more of a threat, if I'm honest. Weirdest zombie rock thing ever, says Given. Classic fortress escape. It was clearly a load-bearing boss, to quote TV tropes. And down goes Doom Island. So I guess that guy was actually Gades. No, he was the lowest ranking Sinistral. Who was the boss of the Sinistrals? Aurak? I don't know. But anyway, the animal buddies helped me. Oh, now I'm riding the dragon. That's cute. Woo. Alright, that's the end. Feels good. Main programmer with 1M. Nausicaa Honma. Thank you. So yeah, this was a cool game. And Zardion is now on my radar more than before as well, but as far as Nausicaa elements in this, I don't know, they have the sort of biomechanical creatures in common, sort of. I don't know, I would say it's more of a general 80s, 90s fantasy sci-fi anime type thing. More than it is specifically Nausicaa reference. Oh, Deos, yeah, that's the one. And then God Deos is when he absorbs all the other ones. Given saying, shout out to Tales of Fantasia and its main baddie Deos, who is defeated by 4 heroes in the intro, and then you play as their descendants later to go back and fight him again. So yes, very Lufia-like. Even sharing the name. So yeah, Meccano Associates, they did a pretty cool job here. I did not look them up, like I said, but I don't know. Maybe I will later. I won't. I'm lying. I did enjoy Alisia's powers, though, and the fact that you're always accompanied by a little friend who shoots for you. That's a gameplay mechanic that I'm very keen on. So, like I said, this is a game I've been meaning to play for a long time, and I always have it as like a plan B. So it's the perfect thing to play when I've just come back from a long trip and I'm feeling a bit sick and still have a sleep debt and such, and yeah. So here's some people. We haven't seen any other people yet. Except for, you know, the underling. Ooh, nice nodding animation. I appreciate that. But yeah, look how much that character looks like Annette, seriously. Same headband even. Ah, I give you the rank of Ogre Shaman. Shoot down rate 68%. Yes, I cleared all the things. I am Ogre Shaman. During my test run to set up the game, I died very quickly because I was fiddling with the controls and left it running. And whenever you die and get a game over, it gives you this ranking screen as well, as we saw at the start actually when I was a worm something. But during the test run, the rank it gave me was Magic Bacteria or something, which is pretty ridiculous. That's right. Given's schooling me on the Lufia lore that I've forgotten. Arik the Absolute was the boss of the Sinistrals, that you never actually fight. Seen briefly in the intro to Lufia Rise of the Sinistrals, mentioned in passing in Legend Returns, and again in Curse. Yeah, so Arik is the head honcho, but they only ever put him in like sequel hooks and stuff, and you never really see him. But yeah, Deos, I guess, is who I was thinking of. And then there's the third guy who is always like the intermediate boss, and then of course there's what is her actual name, because she always goes by a pseudonym. You know what? I really love Lufia, but I feel bad that I'm getting these names have left my brain. It's not Iris. Whatever. Curse of the Sinistrals implies that he created the ancient cave as an experiment. Yeah, the ancient cave is pretty different in Curse, actually. But yeah, Lufia, great series. Go check that out. Great RPG series. I especially am a champion for Legend Returns on the Game Boy Color, because mostly because it's underrated. Like a lot of people give props to the SNES, the second SNES one, Rise of the Sinistrals. But anyway, yeah, that's it for this game, I guess. This was a lot of fun and I enjoyed it. I'm sorry that I put it off for so long, really. Yeah, so thanks for joining me on my first week back here. I'm going to be back on the regular schedule. And yeah, playing whatever I want to play. I kind of finished up the sports platformers thing before I left, so I've now got sort of a blank slate. I've sort of penciled in for next week to play Ristar, because that's part of our monthly game club, as Cody picked Ristar. So that's on my schedule, even though I haven't started yet. I'm halfway through the month. But what are you going to do? I was away. Alisia Dragoon. Done and dusted. Thank you Game Arts, thank you Gynax, and thank you viewers for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.